Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Think Creatively Sunday Live. So glad to be here. I'm June Weindecker with Red Daisy Crafts. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm so glad to be with you today to show you the new the July, excuse me, wrong month, July Paper Pumpkin Painted Petals. It's so beautiful. It comes in this gorgeous box right here. And before we get going, let me just make sure everything is going accurately on the places, and then we will dive right in. How's everybody doing today? I hope you are all doing well. Is going looks like everything's going smoothly. And I see Wanda is here from YouTube, so thank you, Wanda, for joining me from my YouTube channel. And I look forward to getting this going. So before we get started, I just want to say we are now in the August subscription period for Time for Cake. And that kit looks to be very good. The little sneak peeks we're getting are really fun, it seems, and I can't wait to see that kit now that we're getting a little glimpse of it. So you're not going to want to miss out if you like to send birthday cards, because that kit is going to focus on birthday cards. Hey, Wanda, you're over here on Facebook too. So, all right, awesome. And if you haven't already taken advantage of getting the Every Celebration dies that are for the third quarter of the Paper Pumpkin period, these are the dies. And as you can see, they're quite large. We do talk about that in past videos, so I won't go into that today, but I'm super excited to get to try some of these things out. So I'm going to go ahead and put us down to the table and get me out of the picture so that we can dig in, because I'm kind of hoping we can move through the kit and get to making some alternates. Hi, Anna. Great for you to be joining. I'm so glad. You know, you get such a pretty box, and I really wish my box would arrive in good condition, but they rarely do, it seems. It's kind of sad. All right, so inside this month's kit, hey, Susan, glad you're here. Thanks for joining. This month's Stampin' Spot is Gray Granite. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen that here, and so we have a lovely stamp set, which we'll get into in a moment when we have the better view of it. Looks like we got some Melon Mambo tissue paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to try and be delicate with that because I always seem to tear it. But you never know when you might want to have a little bit of Melon Mambo tissue paper. So I'm going to get this out of the way and let us dig into this fabulous kit. So I think I've heard from most of you that you all got your kit. Has anybody opened it? Have you looked inside? It is absolutely gorgeous. So let's dig in. I've seen a few of the videos from other places, and it looks to be really awesome. So let's see here. All right, so here's our instructions. As you know, you always get full color instructions that help you create the cards that the kit was intended. And here are the stamps for this kit. I love that we have a design in our stamps this month, and some really beautiful sentiments. Anna, you haven't gotten yours yet. It's on its way. I know it's on its way. I can check if you need me to. Just let me know. All right, so here are the sentiments. You have a little hello. Let's celebrate you. Friends like you make life beautiful. You're simply the best. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. I love, love, love. Oh, you got it, but you haven't opened it. Okay, gotcha. I was thinking that I had heard most people had them. So yeah, this is a great little handy thing here that you can pack away with your stamps. Like I have said before, if you are a subscriber with me, you get from me some happy mail every month. And it is a little envelope like this that I give you a label to store your stamps in. I haven't put mine together yet or sent out the ones for this month, but this is just such a handy little way to keep all of your things. And then I have them in a little basket where I can just go and pull whatever one I want to go back to. So I like this. They stopped printing the images on the plastic. And so now they give us this piece, and I kind of like this plan. So I'm going to keep my stamps out because we are going to use them, and I'm going to put that aside. And I am going to move that out of the way, and let's keep going. So we have some beautiful die cuts in this kit. I don't know if you can see these, but they are super delicate. And they have some beautiful frames around them and some splatter imaging and stuff like that. But they are absolutely gorgeous. You know what? That makes me think. Let's talk about the colors that are in this kit. So you have Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Gray Granite, Old Olive, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. So really beautiful, rich, bold colors coming to us. All right, so now we have also in here are sentiment bubbles. So it's hard to see, but they are shaped like the sentiments. And so you're going to stamp on these, and then when you pop it out, you're going to have like a die cut around the sentiment. So like you would fussy cut a sentiment out. So you opened yours, Wanda. That's awesome. So glad to hear it. All right. And then we have another sheet of just some little add-on enhancement pieces. And so there's a little bit here in the Calypso Coral. And there's 3 of each. This is Old Olive. And then we have the Melon Mambo. I'm just going to pop those out with various shades of the same colors within those pieces. And then we have the card bases. These card bases are awesome. So much opportunity and potential in this kit to design above and beyond the 9 cards that the kit was designed to create. So this is the card base. You get 3. This is the one in Melon Mambo. Here is the card base for the Calypso Coral. And here is the card base that is Old Olive with hints of Mossy Meadow inside. And then the envelopes coordinate as well. So you have the Old Olive, and it's only the print is only on the front side. The back side of the envelope, as you can see, is blank. But look, each envelope is got a gorgeous design on it that matches the card base. So here is the Calypso Coral one. So, I mean, honestly, if you are not tied to these envelopes, you can make a lot of with this kit. So I've already started kind of dreaming about what that might look like for us for the next few weeks. So I'm already dreaming about what that's going to be. So you also get in here some little strips of what I'm going to say is Terran tape, but it's already cut for you, and they're just little strips on here. We have some beautiful iridescent sequin in like a opal essence kind of color. And then many dimensionals are in this kit. So that is everything that came in the box. So I'm going to pull out one of each of these items, and we'll go ahead and get ourselves ready for making the cards for the kit based on what the kit was designed. Okay, and so let's get that here. And here is the Calypso coral piece and the melon mambo. We already have our little pieces that go with the die, with the card kit. So I can get this up off of here, that would be great. And I do recommend that you stamp before you pop out these bubbles so that you are able to have good control with them. And I'll demonstrate that for you today. And then also we're going to use one of these sheets of dies. And let's just pop these out. Now be extra delicate when you take these out because there is a lot of very fine elements here. So, I mean, look at the little stems. Man, you could just break those in an instant. And so just be super delicate with you taking these out of here because they're very fragile. Sensitive was not the right word. They are not sensitive. They're fragile. All right. So if I can get this one out, and then we are going to be off to the races. So, all right. So I'm just going to set these aside and look and see what is our first one. So it's the Melon Mambo. So I'm going to set these over here, get them out of the way. And I'm going to get the Melon Mambo one out. And I'm going to put our things back in the box just so I can keep it all safe. And there we go. I'm going to get my cardboard piece out, and I have my foam mat. And if I'm going to be using my large stamp pad, and I have my re-inker here because honest to goodness, I couldn't tell you the last time I used a gray granite. So I want to make sure I have good ink in it. And so let's see what happens with that. And I'm going to go ahead and see which sentiment this has us using. And it is, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. All right, so this is the one we are taking out. Da, da, da. I don't know if it'll fit on here. It will not. All right, so I like to, I've gotten to where this works really well for me to get the extra oil or whatever off of my stamp and get a good stamp image. So there you can see it's a really good stamp image with that. So we're going to keep that. All right. And so I'm going to bring my my foam mat in, and this, and it looks like it's this one right here that we're going to be putting this on too. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Oh, that's in the wrong direction. That one's upside down. I don't want that. All right. Let's do this one more time. And here we go. Now, I think I've shared with you before, I like to hold my stamp and let all the ink soak into the paper. And so now you can see what a great image we got right there. And that's how that bubble works. All right. So I'm going to pop this out. You know, you could stamp all of them at one time. Ooh, that wasn't smart. You have on here, there's four different sentiments on here, bubbles, and you have 5 of each. So there's 20 sentiment bubbles on here. So, you know, I'm truly guessing we can make 20 cards with the kit by, you know, cutting it up and doing certain things. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing what all we can design. So that's the first one. I'm going to put our ink away. I don't think we need it anymore for this particular card. And let's put this together. So, all right, our instructions, we are using some of that Terran tape. Now, I'm contemplating, because how this works is you're going to fold this over like this, and this is going to be on the back of your card. And I'm not really sure, like, that's what I want. You know, I like to make the first set of cards with you all just like the kit intended, and I'm going to do that, but I'm just telling you that if you want to stretch the kit, you're going to probably want to put this on a card base separate from the kit. And I will show you, like, let me just grab this really quick. Like, I have a Melon Mambo piece of cardstock right here that I could easily trim this down and make it a card, put it on the card base. Okay. So just be mindful, because you could use this on a totally separate card. All right. So just think about what you got in mind with your kit, because there are a lot of options with this kit, because you not only have your card bases, but you have your envelopes that have imagery as well. And so easy, I think you can double, maybe almost triple the kit. Okay. All right. So that is, I'm done blobbing about that. So let's see. We are going to need our little strips here. So I'm going to get my take your pick tool, because I think that's just going to be easier for me to get these off of here. And that's just going to go right on the back of here. So my glue got lumped. It started to fold over. All right, so we have that piece, and then we're going to need some dimensionals. We got our little message here. So this is going to get a dimensional right here. I like to follow their lead because they know placement. They've already figured out all the placement, so you're not overlapping things. And so we have that. And then we are going to turn our word bubble over like so, and they're suggesting a dimensional right there. All right, so the first thing it wants us to do is place this this little added strip of designer paper right on here, and it's going in between these two leaves on here. So I'm just putting it on like so. Okay. And then I'm going to take off the dimensional covers, the little adhesive backs. And we got that one. All right. And then this is going to get placed a little off center. So it's making like a shadow. All right. And I'm just, lining it up and making it straight. So that's going on just like so. Okay. And there's a close-up of that. All right. Like, we're not putting anything on this frame. It's all very loose, but it's adhered because you have the dimensionals on the back of your die cut. Okay. And then we have our sentiment bubble, and that is going to go right here. Okay. Now, they only have me put one dimensional on, but I'm going to put another one on to support it. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it right in here because I know that, if you can see that, I'm putting it right here. I know that it will just help give that sentiment a little bit more support, for mailing it and all that kind of stuff. All right. So we are just going to put this right on top of here like so. And there you have that. So the last thing we're going to do is add some of these sequin to the card. And I don't know about you, but these are always really hard to tell where they placed them, but it looks like one's down here. And I'm using the large ones right now. And then one is up here. And let's see if I can find the third one, because sometimes it's really hard. But I think it looks like it's down here, like so. So there you have your little bling on there, and that's the card. So isn't it beautiful? And I mean, this is like waste in my opinion. Really, really gorgeous, but I can use that for something. And I could cut this, but I'm just for all, for grins, we're making the first one to match. And then of course you have this, but look at how nice these two go together and can make another card, right? So just keep all that in mind. So that is our first card right there. So fun, so beautiful. All right, so now we're going to go to the next one, which is the Calypso Coral layout. And I'm going to grab our pieces, which I have right here, and we will put this card together. All right. All right, let me get some of my things out of the way here. All right, so let's just start by burnishing the card base like always. And then let me get our stamps and the sentiment bubbles. First, let's go ahead and see what stamp they're using here. Let's Celebrate You is what they have this time. So let's get that stamp. All right. And I like to just lay it down on the surface and pick it up with my block. And then I just do this a few times to get any extra oils or whatever off of my stamp. And hopefully it'll grab the ink really well, and we are off to the races. Okay. And there we go. Very nice. Let's Celebrate You. Okay. So this one looks like it's going to be this one down here. So let's do that. And let me see if I can line it all up. There we go. Oh, that looks very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. All right, so let's pop this one out. We'll set that aside, get our ink closed up. Otherwise, if you know me, we're gonna have a mess everywhere. All right, so let's see what the instructions say. So I'm gonna have all of our things ready to roll. Put our envelope aside. So basically we have similar process, okay? So I'm going to use this. I can't see that. I guess it'll be easier with my fingers on this. And then dimensionals. All right. So we have one here and one here. And one more down here. And then it has one on our sentiment right here. Okay. All right, so now let's see if I can get the adhesive cover off of here. And this one is going to go on this side of the card, and it looks like it's going right over this leaf. So I am just following suit right there. Okay. And now we are going to put our floral die cut on. Take the little adhesive backs off. And this is going to go to this direction. So this one is a little skinnier. So I'm trying to make sure I know where I'm placing this because it looks like it's going just about to the bottom here. Right here. Right there. So beautiful, aren't they? So incredibly beautiful. All right, so now this one, oh, I see on here, this one does have a dimensional going in there. Did they? Oh, they did do that here. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see it. Just knew what I wanted to do. All right. Okay. That's gonna go right here. Okay, get rid of that cover and this cover. And then this is gonna go right there, like so. And there's that. Beautiful. I know, Susan, there are so many possibilities. I agree. You know, I think this kit is, you know, there's not a lot of pieces, but there's a lot of potential to it. All right, so let's put our sequin on here. Looks like we have a large one there and a smaller one here. And then another large one down here, like so. And that is our second card. We are doing so much better on the time today than we did on the last unboxing. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited because I have at least one alternative to share with you, and I'm excited about that. All right, now we are on to our third card. And so once again, we're gonna get this put together. These are the daisies, which I love. I love daisies. And we have this piece and this piece. We're going to do our stamping though first. All right. And let me get this out from under here. It looks like we are stamping friends like you make life beautiful. So let's get that out. I like these word bubbles. That's a different thing we've never had before, I don't think, with Stampin' Up! With the paper pumpkin. We have some of the dies now, right, that do that for us, but I've never seen it in a paper pumpkin. I like it. What do y'all think? What do you think about the word bubbles? What do you think about the kit? Be curious. Okay, there we go. Friends like you make life beautiful. Awesome. All right, so that's gonna be, which one of these? This one? I guess it's that one. It's a gorgeous kit. I think so too, Anna. So glad to have y'all here with me. What are y'all doing? Is anybody crafting? I would love to know. Do y'all have a fun week ahead? How was your weekend? What's going on? Very nice. Very nice. All right, so we are going to continue. You like the word bubbles? So do I. I do too. You love the kit? Oh, that's so great. Oh, I have something to share. I guess yesterday they announced it. Stampin' Up! Announced that there's going to be free shipping on the 23rd. So I'll be posting about it, but just in case you were thinking about anything, it's a great opportunity. Also, I forget to mention this too, because it is something to consider. It is a big I feel like it's a big purchase, but you do get a little bit of a break when you buy like a period of time of your paper pumpkin through the retail store. So you can buy it in lumps of 3, 6, and 12-month lumps, but you do get a little bit of a break, especially whenever we have the free shipping with Stampin' Up. So if anybody is interested in knowing more about that, just let me know. I would be glad to help you out. But I didn't want to forget to mention it because it is a little bit of a savings when you do that. And then you just put your code into the Paper Pumpkin site when you just go in and use that as your payment instead. And so then you can take advantage of that for the year. So I sometimes buy them for that purpose so that I could just save a little. So just wanted to let you know. Okay, so let's move on with this. And we're going to get our pieces put together. So once again, we need our little tearing tape strip here. And put that on there. And on our sentiment, it's getting a dimensional down here. And then our flower piece is getting a few dimensionals per the instructions. I'm following that. And oh, awesome, Wanda. I love it. I'm so glad. Right there. So move these out of the way. And let's start with our little colored strip of designer paper. All right, so this one is coming all the way down here towards the bottom of this card. May have put that a little lower than intended. Hope that doesn't mess things up. Think we can make it work. All right, so now this one is going on like so. I think right here. Like that. So there's that one close up. So pretty. All right, then we're putting our word bubble on, and I'm grabbing one more of the dimensionals to put in. It looks like, oh, can't seem to get one of those. One little glue dot or dimensional going right here. And then get this flipped around like here. And it's going to go like so. So there you have that. So pretty. So pretty. You're watching basketball yesterday? Oh, wow. Go Hawks. Awesome. I love it. We were watching a car race earlier today. Well, my husband was, and I just watched with him until it's time for me to come back in the back and do my thing on Sunday. But we normally, well, at least during racing season, we have car race on. Let's see, where did that third one go? It's hiding on me. Oh, there it is. Right up here. All right, so that is our third card for the kit. All right, so these are the 3 beautiful cards that this kit makes, and they are stunning in my opinion. And I will take pictures and post them in the group. But now I have I have at least one alternate to move on with you into that direction. So let's see what we got. So I think this one's a fairly simple one. And since I was playing around, I just wanted to kind of show you that I opened up the envelope on the Daisy card, okay? And I have the imagery from the envelope right here. Hi, Maria. Great to have you with us. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I try to always put Central on there, but if you're not thinking about it, it's sometimes confusing. So I have a Calypso Coral card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay. Then like I said, I opened up the envelope, and we'll do a lot of this like together over the next few weeks, but I wanted to just have a few ideas for you. And so as you can see, it's the envelope. And I have taken my scissors and I'm just distressing the edge because my trimmer was a little bit rough on my paper. And so I decided, okay, well, I can fix that. I'm just going to make it distressed, right? And so I went around my whole edge of my Mossy Meadow piece, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And so this piece is going to go right on here. And then I am playing around with some other ideas. And so I have other pieces from the inside of an envelope. And I'm just distressing the edges. And this is how I do it. I just open my paper snips up and I just go around the edge of these. We're going to make it a consistent look on the card. And so this is how I go about that. All right. And I have that piece. And now I have one of the green card pieces, which was where the flowers came from. Okay. And just roughing this up. You know, I think at this point, the more distress, the better, is my opinion. If you like it, I do. It's not for everybody. So you could certainly do this clean cut. I just realized after I started that I needed a new blade. And I do think like that's one of the things to know is like with Paper Pumpkin, when you're going to start to play around with the envelopes, is that the paper is thinner, and so you really do need a clean blade in your trimmer, so it's really sharp. Okay. And it just cuts nicer. So I have just pieces here, and I'll give you some measurements for everybody. So this piece is 1 1/8 by 2 1/4. And again, this piece is 1 1/8, and this one is by 1 5/8. Then I have the Melon Mambo piece. It's 1 inch by 3 3/4 inch. Okay. And then my floral piece, which I will tell you, this is the edge of the envelope, and this is right up against the floral piece. But it is basically, oh gosh, it is like 1/16 of an inch, be less than 2.5 inches. So it's just shy of 2.5 inches. And this is 4 inches. Okay. So we're just going to add these pieces on here like so, and with some glue. And then I have, for the inside of the card, I have another piece of Mossy Meadow that I'm just going to quickly distress here, just to, like I said, keep in with the theme of the card, like so. And this is going to go on the inside of the card. And it is 3 1/4 inches by 5 1/8. So yeah, it could have been a different shape, but I made it to work with this white piece. And so I'm going to kind of layer this in here because this is from the envelope. So I'm just kind of using it in a sense to kind of layer it in there so that we have a place to write. Okay. Because I could trim this down, but I don't need to really. I'm just going to glue it right on top of there. Or I don't know, maybe we'll trim it. Maybe we'll trim it. Let me just trim off 1/4. Do I need a more? I'll just trim this. That'll make it easier and easier to glue down. So I really just want about 1/8 of an inch off of here. There we go. Okay, that's gonna take care of that. Now it should layer on top of there really nicely. There we go, like so. So we'll glue this down on the inside of the card. You know, you could always decide to stamp a little flower on the inside. That flower is rather large, so I didn't think I would do that on this one because it is already a small space to write a message. But of course, you do you, okay? And so that's what's going to go on the inside of the card, like so. And I'm just, let's see, because that is not even. Let's see if I can get this better. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you have kind of a consistent view going through, and now I've got glue on my white paper. If you don't have an eraser for your glue, you got to get one. They're the best. All right, so let's glue our pieces down right here. So I'm going to put first our Melon Mambo piece on. Just using very little multi-purpose liquid glue, and you're going to have maybe about 1/8 of an inch around the edges on here. And again, this was extra card stock with envelopes is what we're using to make this card. Okay, so next piece is a Calypso coral right up here, like so. There we go. And then this piece here is going to fill this gap right here, like that. Okay. And this is going to go right on the front of here, like so. Now, before we do it, I did decide I wanted to put some linen thread, or yeah, linen thread onto this card. I'm just trying to grab it, but where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me because I think it'll be a nice little ad. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when I work with my linen thread, as I've told you before, I like to get the kinks out before I use it. Find it a lot easier to work with. So I am just going to, we're going to do this about, I don't know, 1/2 inch up into the white floral piece. Okay, you're going to wrap this around 3 times. I've decided that's my favorite number to wrap. So, and nice loopy bow. There we go. That's that. So straighten that out a bit. All right, so this is going to go right on here, and we're going to glue it on like so. And I just love how the colored cardstock really helps these pop. Just gonna press on this with my foam folder, get the glue moved out. And so that's where we're at right now. And I'm so glad to have you all here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do some stamping. And I'm just trying to grab, I was thinking I had some cardstock here that's already cut. Yeah. So I don't need this whole piece, but we will trim it. So we're going to stamp the flower from that piece from the stamp set. So I'm going to get that out here. And I'm going to get our piece here and our mat again, just to have it handy. All right, so I have a bigger block. It's just easier for me to work with. So I'm, you know, the blocks that come in the paper pumpkin, when you get it, they are these blocks here, and they're straight edge. But this is an ergonomic block that has like a little ridge in it for your fingers, and they're nice. So I am not going to use gray granite. I'm going to use Memento on this. And let's just make sure we got a good image going here. And before we use it on paper, it looks like we do. It'll be better. I don't know if, oh, there is a gap in that flower. I was like, did I miss something? But no, it's an actual gap in the stamp. So, so I'm going to put that aside and get our foam mat. I think I've shared before, but and maybe everybody knows, but the foam mat just really helps when you're using photopolymer stamps. If you have red rubber clear stamps, then, you know, that has a cushion to it and allows for a really good stamped image. But you need the foam mat to get a really good image for the stamps that are photopolymer. I don't know that this is going to be a good image. It's very dotty. This one did not come out like that, so we're going to stamp it again because I don't like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very dotted, right? Like it almost oiled up, bubbled up in a sense. That's why we're always trying first, right? Oh, this is better. Okay. Much better. So there we have a nice, you can see those two together, that how that other one is very dotted, right? So let's just stick with this one. And I'm gonna cut this off because we're going to die cut this out, but first we're going to color. And get our blend, oops, the blends. So I have Old Olive, light and dark. Got the stickers on those wrong. And then I have I know I saw it in here. There's my Melon Mambo. Here's Melon Mambo. This also, no. that's light melamine. Is this the dark? No, that's very dark. Sorry, I should have got these out. Here's the dark. All right, so we're going to use our blends to color our flower right here. And then we will die cut it out. So I'm going to start with the old olive. And I'm just hitting the lines and some of the shadows on here. And then I'm going to take the light and I just go over that in a circular motion, spread out to blend that color in. These are up here. So the thing I love about the blends is that you can go back in and with the, as long as the alcohol marker area stays a little bit moist, you can really go back in and blend over it. And it makes gives a nice shadowing that you can see there, right? And then we're going to do similar with the Melon Mambos. So we're going to come in here with the dark and a lot of this here. Like so. And then again, as long as you color up into that dark area, we are able to blend out that darker color to a lighter area, like so. They're very forgiving, I guess is what I would say. And I just had one little area where I went out the line right here. And I'm going to see if I have a color lifter in my bag here, because I think I do. And I'm going to show you kind of how that works. And it's a very small space where I went out. But if I start in the white, it's almost like I can push the color back out of the white area. Well, this is dry. That is dry. Oh, no, that's not working. That's why it's not happening. One more time in this bag. Let's see if that one works. Oh, I have one in a package. I think this is the old one. It's actually still got ink in it, but that didn't work. Let's see here. This is awesome, actually, to be honest. There, now it's all gone back. Pushes it back. All right, so now let's die cut our flower. Grab my little mini die cut machine here. Move some of these things out of the way so we can have it in here. And let's see, where did they go? Right here. Nope, that's not the right one. Right here. All right, so we have this beautiful flower die cut here that we're going to use to cut out our flower. So, like so. But we need some tape to make sure it doesn't move, because I don't want it to move. So I'm using some Sizzix tape, which I got from Amazon. If you ever need this, but this is what I use because it's very low tack and it will not rip my paper. Now I'm using a whole lot more of this than I probably really need, but again, I don't want it to move. So just making sure. Okay, so here we go. Trying to go so slow, but at the same time I know it's going to shake everything, so sorry for all the shaking that I am causing. All right, so now I have my pieces here. And we'll bring this back in. So as you can see, this really is very gentle on the paper. So that's always what I'm trying to get. So here's our beautiful die cut flower. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it. And we're going to just add it right here onto our card with some mini dimensionals that we have. And then we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. So I'm just going to wait, but that's going to go right there. Okay. So now let's get our, let's get some of the little pieces from that colored sheet. So which one? I think I want the green. I think I want the green also. So maybe that's going to go up a little higher if we put the sentiment down here. I don't know, maybe it can go down there with that there. Let's see what sentiment we got. Which sentiment do we want? Let's see, what do we have here? You're the best. You're just the best. You're simply the best. That's what's going here. All right, so let's get our stamp stuff out. Put our die back. All right. And let's see here. Now I'm still going to use the gray granite. That looks good. And that's going on this bubble. So I will have showed you all the different bubbles. You're simply the best. Makes me want to go better than all the rest. But y'all don't need to hear me singing, that's for sure. I believe that's Miss Tina Turner's song. All right, I'm not really good with stuff like that, so kind of surprising myself, to be honest. All right, so I think I'm going to have this coming off the little edge over here. If y'all can see it, I'm going to come off, and that's going to go right on top of here with our flower coming right there. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use one of those strips. I've kind of covered up now over here to put this down. Like so. And again, like I'm just going to let it hang off, meaning past the mossy meadow right there. And then this is going to get a couple dimensionals. Like so. All right. So that's going to go right here. And then this is going to go right above it. Just didn't want to put all that down until you know your placement, right? Because you just want to make sure you don't mess up your placement. So I'm kind of just lining this up along that green line right there. And then the stem is coming down into the bottom piece like so. All right, and then let's put some sequin on here. And let's see here. So I'm going to put one or two right here. And then I'm going to put one right here. And so there is our first alternate card for today. And you have the inside all ready to go. What do you think? I hope you like it. So we're going to stop there, but I do have some other things rolling, and I'm excited. We'll have a fun fold. I think I'm going to be making a sampler, an 8x8 sampler that can fit in a 12x12. So I'm excited. I've got some exciting ideas going on in my head, and super excited to share them with you. So looking forward already to next week. So we have had lots of fun. Oh, thank you, Maria. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you, Wanda. We have had a lot of fun making these beautiful cards today from this gorgeous, gorgeous kit. And thank you so much for joining me and being here, part of my Think Creatively Sunday Live. And please share my video, like my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and follow me, come back next Sunday and we will make more alternates together. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Oh, great, Susan. I'm glad you like it. So fun. Bye, everybody.